Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, a little about anime. I'm RJ.
And I have the power!
Let's get to it. Is that She-Ra?
Welcome to Wednesday the 16th of November when we're going to be talking about anime. You had seen a documentary which spurred this.
Yeah, we've been kind of trying to get you guys to watch anime. If you don't already,
Yeah.
you need to watch it. And yeah, I saw this anime recently. It was in 2007 was when it was made, and it's Anime Drawing a Revolution. And it kind of centers a little bit around the Matrix and
The Animatrix?
well, yeah, the Animatrix is.
Right.
They were saying that the Animatrix is going to get all of us into anime, but it didn't necessarily do that. But
No,
anyway,
no.
there was a Speed Racer maybe movie. I think there was anyway. Anime started from manga, and manga started in World War II in Japan when after the war they kind of didn't have a lot. They didn't have money to do studios and whatever. And they could draw. So they started telling these dynamic stories on page. And the thing that made them different is they dealt with adult themes.
Right.
And they really took some risks as far as presentation and action lines and just strange paneling. What we Americans
definitely strange paneling. They go what, right to left or?
Well, that too. But yeah, smart ass. In America we had Mickey Mouse and whatever. It just wasn't.
Yeah, very childish.
Yeah, most animation was geared towards children, if not all of it. I mean, Snow White, I'm sure had an adult audience, kind of, but you know what I mean. So manga took it that much further. It's really comics. But anyway, manga is directly translated into anime. Anime is just a moving version of it. It's got the same kind of action lines and adult themes and storylines, and really appeals to a mass audience. And in Japan, it's no problem. It's like we have something that is really expensive to film or impossible to film, so let's do an anime. No problem. Everybody will go see it. Whatever. Here in America, we're kind of like, oh, it's animation. I mean,
childish.
We definitely have 3D animation that's growing. And there are more and more adult themed, mainstream movies and such. But most of them are touched by Japanese hands.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because we need to start, putting American artists to work.
And this, well, yeah, that's true, very much. But this documentary kind of says that anime, whether we know it or not, has been in the hands of, it's been filtered through. I mean, like James Cameron is a big anime and manga fan.
Right.
George Lucas and the brothers that made Matrix. I forget their name, not Coen, but the other brothers. Anyway.
Grimm?
And no. And you can see it, like Ghost in the Shell. Watch Ghost in the Shell and watch The Matrix. Very heavily influenced. And they admit to it. I mean, it's not a secret or anything.
Yeah, even like older ones like Blade Runner, I think has a very
probably yeah. And James Cameron, Avatar and whatever.
Yeah.
Just the way things are shot. They borrow heavily from manga and anime and that kind of sensibility. And I want to see more of anime in America, whether it be from Japan or American made. I mean, I'd love to see some American made, but
yeah, absolutely.
The biggest difference to me, whenever I think of American, is it's either violent or it's childish, and there's no kind of other like anime runs the gamut. You can have a big, strong, tough character that also breaks apart at the sight of a cute little girl or something, or a cute whatever,
a puppy,
like a chicken, or I don't know. Well, I'm just thinking of like a Final Fantasy, the whole chocobo thing. Anyway, they have this huge gamut of emotion, and they break rules, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Here we're such sticklers for. I mean, I'm probably guilty of it too. It's like we're afraid to take risks or have license sometimes, and I think anime does it really well.
Yeah.
And there's no problem with that. A lot of the games that you guys love, the video games, definitely,
Yeah. A lot of
influenced by that. And you can't get away from anything in like punk sci-fi from being related to Ghost in the Shell, especially.
Yeah.
And we first got it here in America through Astro Boy and later Speed Racer.
Yeah, although honestly, I prefer Astro Boy over Speed Racer.
Ho ho! Why? Tell us why. Ho ho! Oh.
So you wanted to get to the voice first? The speedy voice.
Racer.
Who is Racer X? Why is he here? What is he doing? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 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 Go!
We can't do it nearly as good, but I'm sure you guys have seen it referenced on Robot Chicken.
You're
like, what the heck is that? That show? Well, of course they had the live action, which.
Oh yeah, the live action, because they didn't talk fast; they talked regularly.
I definitely appreciate that they went there. That's risky. It's ballsy, they must have loved that property. But I never had an affection for it. But anyway, that's where it came. So it was kind of accessible, and it's funny that Astro Boy was actually very, very anti-American. It was very, like socialist, and it was very, very different. They edited out things quite a bit. I mean, like the Astro Boy was originally. Am I thinking about something else? There was one robot show that it was originally like a robot that was built to take over America. It was Gigantor. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Gigantor was very, it was about basically rebelling against America, like hitting back and whatever. And so we, our kids got it, and I don't think they changed it for us. Yeah. I don't think they even knew it was from Japan. They were just like, ee.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing is when it first came over, we thought that it was American made. Astro Boy, that's an American show.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people even thought Speed Racer, even though it was really weird.
Yeah. Oh. And the reason that they talked so fast, if you didn't know, is because in order to, dub it, they had to fill it in, and so they just kind of threw in a whole bunch of words real quick to fill it in.
Very interesting. They don't even try anymore. But, anime didn't really take off until places like Adult Swim, Comedy Central's Adult Swim.
Oh, in America, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Adult Swim was definitely one of the first ones they did. Like
for sure. I mean, there was
DBZ was one of the first ones.
There was a lot of underground, like my brother is a hip guy and he knows a few things.
He downloads them straight from Japan.
I didn't have a brother, but I had friends that had brothers that like showed them like Ninja Scroll or whatever, kind of thing, and those are really good movies. Vampire Hunter D and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But this is something that we just need to stop overlooking. I mean. Yeah, it's gaining popularity for sure.
It can be childish. Some of them are childish, but it's not necessarily entirely childish.
Yeah. Tell me that you're not childish sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I collect Transformers. I'm 28 years old.
I mean, it just it runs that gamut.
Yeah.
There should be something for everybody. And there are. We talk about what do we talk? We talk about Ghost in the Shell being very like Sherlock Holmes meets 24, meets, whatever, and they're able to do this all because it's just drawn.
Yeah,
they don't have to build a Tachikoma. They can just
they can range from things as sweet and innocent as like Azumanga Dao to something as weird and crazy as what was it, Speedgrapher? If you've ever seen that, that's a weird or crazy one.
Yeah, there are weirder, but. There's a lot of good animes, and we'll continue to bring you, our favorites and maybe some new ones that we experience, and maybe even some fails. There are some like I never understood the fascination of the whole teenage group thing, like the teenage school.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy some of it, but there's so many of them.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of watching anyone in school.
I just don't get it. But I mean, that's a cultural thing. But
yeah, because school is huge to them. That's why.
Like Blood, the Last Vampire, and Blood Plus, that series is the same thing. But I enjoy that. It doesn't really focus on the school stuff.
Right. They have what is it? High School of the Dead, was it?
Yeah. You name it. It starts in high school.
Yeah.
Bleach.
Did, yeah.
And I guess we're getting more and more, popular with like Bleach and Naruto and before that was Pokemon.
Yeah, culture's definitely embracing it
but
more.
But it's still the kids, like the young generation. Like eventually the old generation will, leave and the new generation will, having grown up in it, it'll take over that way. But there's no reason to wait, I didn't grow up with that stuff. I grew up with like the Smurfs and Gummy Bears.
So did I. Oh, Gummy Bears.
Snorks.
Gummy Bears bouncing here and there.
I'm not saying that they aren't influenced at all by anime, but they were definitely kids' cartoons.
Yeah, they were strictly for kids.
There's not much. I would probably still watch like Tailspin or something and get a kick out of it.
But I think you would watch it I would watch it mostly out of
DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah. I would mostly watch it out of nostalgia.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else? Whereas anime I would watch because I'm interested in the story, and all that other fun jazz.
Yeah, and when I look back at that era, like I know that you're probably gonna hate me for this, but like Transformers, I watched the episodes of Transformers, and it makes me sad because there's not a whole lot. And just like GI Joe, you watched a GI Joe episode lately?
Yes.
Man, is it bland. And anime at the same time was fascinating.
Yeah.
So that's the real difference to me. Is
Yeah,
like knowing is half the battle, and it's just like that's the most interesting thing.
What's the other half?
I don't know. Anime.
No. That was from Robot Chicken. What's the other half? Violence.
Oh, that's good. I must have missed that one.
Oh yeah. But yeah, well, Transformers to me had the story. It had the action pack. What I love the most about it is the fact that everything was done in real time. Like so if Jazz was coming at you in vehicle mode, he would drive, right? And he would kind of run you over. Then he would transform, spin around, shoot you, then turn into a car and drive off again. And that was amazing.
But I mean, like as far as story and...
But
the story's good.
Yeah, I'm a huge Transformers fan, so yeah, the story was good. But what I was getting at was, what I don't like about anime is suddenly, they're using the stock footage. Transformations is suddenly, they step back and they do the stock footage of a transformation, and then they put it back. There's no fluidity in it.
All right, well, that's anime. We need to wrap it up. Yeah, start watching it.
Yeah, please. There's a lot of great ones out there. I think,
this is part of why we want to do a review shows, because there's not a lot of people reviewing anime.
Yeah,
like, why?
Yeah. Why aren't people? I mean, tomorrow we're going to talk about Outlaw Star and how accessible it is, I guess.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
So yeah.
All right, guys, that's it.
Yeah. Facebook us, friend us,
Yeah,
YouTube.
subscribe to us on YouTube.
All that fun jazz.
Support us any way you can. We appreciate it. Send us your comments. We'll get back to you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you next time. Yay!
What happened? I'm like, gonna
That's why you shouldn't let me load it.
Bye.
Cheaters always win. I'm not suggesting you cheat.
Disclaimer. Hey. I need an I am joke.
So 16.
Where I have the power like you, and I have the power. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but then my hand goes away.
And just get you a little tiny sword.
Well, it starts off tiny, doesn't it? Oh wait, no, that's Thundercats.
I always forget what's the cat's name? Skusky.
What?
The cowardly cat. What's his name?
You're thinking of Thundercats.
No, He-Man. Cringer.
Oh, Cringer the Battle Cat.
Cringer.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
I had a Cringer action.
I thought you meant Snarf. Was it Snarf?
Snarf, yeah.
Snarf.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a Cringer. I had like one of those ones that, well, whatever, is hollow, and you take out. But he looked just as menacing, of course, because they had the battle armor. But when you take out the battle armor, he's supposed to be Cringer, right?
Yeah.
But he's still like, ah. So
yeah. My brother Tim, I think, had like every single and some doubles of the action figures. Yeah, he was a huge He-Man fan.
I want. Do kids even do that anymore? What do you guys like? Have Power Rangers or something? Oh, you probably have Power Rangers too, huh?
No, well, I mean, I enjoyed when Power Rangers first came out.
I had G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Transformers.
I had Transformers.
I had some He-Man, but
I definitely had Transformers. I had G.I. Joe. We had He-Man and Thundercats.
I never had any. I always wanted them.
Yeah.
And Voltron.
And Voltron we had, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that. I had to have it. 5 Mighty Lions. I mean, how can you go wrong?
And Robot Chicken did an awesome thing on it.
With the dancing. Voltron just got served.
You know what I want is I really want the Star Wars. I know they sell it, the Robot Chicken. I just can never find it in stores. The Robot Chicken in Star Wars.
Yeah. I think I saw those.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they've done like 3 versions now.
I prefer those over the Family Guy ones.
I love the Emperor. How he's like always a dick, and he's like, oh, Darth Vader. Oh, don't take it that. Oh, he's crying. Come on, Darth. You know. Yeah.